Now then, off we go. Deep kick downfield. Bevan French is underneath it. Collects it on the try line. And now Sam Esse. Not seen him in a Wigan shirt for quite a while. He's had injury problems, but he did look good, Bilks, didn't he, last season at Hull for a while, and then he got injured again.
Yeah, he just needs a good run in the team. Obviously, he was unfortunate to miss the last week in pre-season, but expecting to get good minutes today.
Yeah, he's a big lad as well. And that's what Wigan need in the pack. Now then, here is Cade Ellis. Up the middle he comes, tackled just shy of the halfway line. Now French again, pops it back on the inside for Farrell, gets it inside the Rochdale half. This will be the last tackle. Good opening set from the Warriors. Comes down the short right-hand side. French goes aerial with that kick. Flanagan's underneath it. It's batted back by Eckersley. But luckily for Rochdale, it found the grasp of Isaac Reed.
Interesting there for Rochdale. No one wanted to get under that kick. Fullback was nowhere.
No.
Winger was nowhere. Eckersley won it, batted it back, but sadly to a Rochdale player. Well, if that's the standard against him this afternoon, they'll fancy that again.
Yes, they will. Now here's Junior Sow. We raised a few eyebrows when we saw. I didn't know he was still playing. Obviously, it's great to see that he still loves the game. He was a real handful back in the day, wasn't he? At Salford and Lee and what have you. Still looks in good nick. Anyway, ball comes back to Joe Hickey. Long kick downfield, collected by Jay Field on the 20-metre line. He goes on a bit of a lateral run, throws a dummy, brushes off 2 tackles. Oh, this is vintage Field, but then he's ankle tapped. But that's an ominous sign for the Hornets, as Field with that mazy run on tackle 1. Now here's the testimonial boy, Liam Marshall, brought down on the Rochdale 40.
So restart there.
Yeah. Now Ellis, French, flew out of the line on him and missed him. Now Adam Kieran, Eckersley down this right-hand side, has to cut him Field. 3 men to bring him down. Wigan looking on it today, 10 metres out on this right-hand side. Back in field it comes, French. Now here's Brad O'Neill, comes out to the left-hand side. If they can move this quickly, they've got the numbers here. Out to Marshall, he just has a stutter there as he cuts back in field. Still going, and he's finally brought down. I thought we had an overlap there, but Rochdale scrambled across. 5 metres out, here's Ellis again in centre field. French looping ball over the top, and Eckersley's in, strolls in, absolutely nobody at home, and that was painfully simple, I'm afraid. 2 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock, Wigan hit the front.
Yeah, stretched them right and stretched them all the way on the left. Rochdale did well to survive both those stretches, but then they just went right again. Loop over the top from French, and Eckersley in for the first try. Already going far too high in the tackle, Rochdale. They're flapping at the Wigan men, and sign of things to come today, has to be said.
Yeah, it could be a long old afternoon. As we said earlier, it's not about the result for this club today, it's just a big occasion for them, and a boost to the coffers, which of course all these clubs need. They're not full-time professional clubs. So Adam Kieran meticulously cleaning the soles of his boots, as he likes to do. 21 metres out this kick, about 5 metres in from touch on this right-hand side. But it's the best side for a left-footed kicker. Opens up that big wide arc. And of course, he is prolific. Just noticing again that left leg of Kieran is still strapped on that hamstring area. Had real problems with that last season. But the fact that he's kicking must mean he's okay, because he was pulled off those duties at some points last season. So here he comes. Perfect view for us. And he's nailed that. That goes over the low roof of the Sandy Lane stand. I'm sure they've got a few little fellas behind there on ball duty. If not, could be a busy day on Rochdale Market tomorrow.
Well, the guy who welcomed us into the car park today said he was a volunteer, and I imagine there's quite a few here today.
Yeah.
Bigger crowd needs more people around.
Absolutely.
Fair play to them for volunteering.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. These clubs, they don't, they're not full-time professional. They have to rely on the generosities. So Flanagan gets us back underway. This time it's very close to that sideline, but it's again pouched by French, and Esse will return the ball, and that's a good run. He's still on his feet, the big man. Still on his feet, and that's good to see. It means a quick play of the ball. Yeah, penalty for Wigan. They just weren't letting him go, were they? Just weren't releasing him. And that's a really positive start from Big Sam Esse.
Look, Ross Whitmore just wouldn't let him go, would he?
No.
And they would, he called held long before there. I'd watched him call held, and they still didn't release, and that's the penalty, and Wigan are on halfway. And if you want to keep the score down today, not gifting Wigan easy access out of their own quarter is one way to do it.
Absolutely. The last thing you want him to be doing is making a job easier for the Super League side. Esse driven back that time, though. That's good defence. There's a good tackle came in on him there from Ben Metcalf. Oh, and now a knock on. So poor mistake there from Wigan.
Brad O'Neill had to play the ball.
Yeah.
Didn't gather the ball. And sloppy knock on, and that lets Rochdale off the hook.
Yeah, and they celebrate that as well they might. So first real mistake from Wigan today, from the returning Brad O'Neill. So it will be head and feed to Rochdale, just shy of the 30. I mean, I'm looking at the pitch. It's the markings. It has a whiff of Casabah. I'm not sure it's a full length pitch, is it? I don't know. It just seems a bit odd in places. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, there's no. It's not marked every 10 metres like you'll get in Super League.
Yeah, that's probably what's thrown me. Just up to halfway now, Rochdale. Now, Wigan pouring on in defence there, still trap them inside their own half. That was Jordan Syme. Now it comes out to Hickey. And then they cut back in field, brought down on halfway. Whitmore at dummy half. It comes out to this left-hand side, then a kick through the line. And Jay Field's just going to let that trickle out of play over on this left-hand side. Not a bad option there from Jamie Dallimore.
Well, the right option from Jay Field. Didn't need to get involved with that. It was always going to touch. There was no danger of a try. And he just shepherded it over the line. But like you said, Rochdale will be happy. They got Wigan on the edge of the football penalty area. 90 metres from the try line.
Yes, here's Marshall with the first carry. O'Neill moves in at dummy half, just shy of the 20-metre line. Now Eckersley. Both wingers taking up the first two drives. Give the forwards a little breather. Now then, here's Thompson. Always lost the ball. And Wigan again failed to complete a set. And that's two in a row now. Another handling error. Big shot going in on Luke Thompson. And he spilled the pill. And Wigan just a little bit sloppy there. Oh, now Rochdale have lost it. Double Slopsville. Isaac Reed. And now Nsemba is hammered to the floor over on that far side, just shy of the halfway line. Now Marshall again. We did have about half an hour of rain before kick-off. I'm just wondering if it's a bit greasy out there. Yeah, well, my point exactly. Ellis has just lost his footing completely. Here's O'Neill. Quick play of the ball. Now Farrell down this right-hand side. Just over 30 metres out, the Warriors. Gone back into centre field. Ellis. Now Farriman, little double pump. Almost broke through the line. It's inside the Hornets 20 on that left-hand side. O'Neill back into centre field it comes. Ellis out the back now to French, and then Eckersley calls for it. The kick goes over the top, and has Eckersley got to it in time? No, he's not. Right idea. Just when you got a winger the height of Zach Eckersley. But in the end, I think it was Dan Dixon who did just enough there to see that ball out. So Rochdale have it now from their own 20. Here's Junior Sow.
Yeah, because Eckersley's getting space though. He just ran out of ground, I think, there.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite sure if he knocked on before he tried to ground it, but it didn't look like it. The referee did signal that.
Well,
he just ran out of ground.
Yeah, the in-goal areas are not massively big, are they? Because we are ostensibly playing on a football pitch, and now the rain has suddenly come out of nowhere, and it's pretty heavy. Here's Dallimore, drops the ball back on the inside for Jordan Syme. Good tackle from Farrell. Along with Bevan French. Now Syme once again. O'Neill in on him quickly. Last tackle for the Hornets. They're only just over their own 40. Here's Dallimore. Puts a rather ugly end-over-end kick. Oh, that's brilliantly taken by Jay Field, just inside the 20. And now Marshall will bring it up the middle. Farriman in at dummy half. Little short ball out to his left. First touch of the ball for Jake Wardle. And that's a great carry from Jake Wardle.
And that Hickey's been putting his backside on back-to-back back-to-back tackles
and
there.
It's a repeat set as well, because they didn't let Jake Wardle up.
Well, he ran over the top of him.
Yeah, that's better from Thompson. Now it comes out to French. Back on the inside comes Farrell. Gets away from Whitmore. Wigan now in centre field, inside the Hornets 20, right in front of the posts. They go left, Ellis. Now Farriman drops it back, and Semba comes back against the grain, more lateral than forward. Now he straightens up, just to the right of the posts. About 8 metres out, the Warriors here. And again, Rochdale not letting him go. They come to this right side again. Field, little step. Ooh, he almost breaks through. Couple of yards from the whitewash here, Wigan. They go on that short right again. French puts a little grubber through. Brilliant. That is such quick thinking from Bevan French in such a tight space. Very, very skillful play that. Eckersley gets the try.
Oh, man, it was so tight for space there.
Yes.
That's literally the only thing he could have done. So I don't think the pass was on.
No.
And he just stepped round the tackle, dinked a little kick in, perfect weight for Eckersley. And that's TJ Boyd, the opposite winger. He's going to have a tough afternoon because it's all coming down his way. He was unlucky Eckersley not to have scored on the set before that Wigan had. And he gets his second try. It could have been a hat-trick already. We were only 12 minutes on the clock, and that's 10-0.
You were saying about Ellery's 6 tries. I think Zach Eckersley, if it carries on like this, could be threatening that as the rain continues to fall very heavily at the moment. But the skies are brighter over there. I don't think it's going to stay like this, but it is going to juice this pitch up. We've already seen a few spilt balls. Tougher kick this time for AK, but it's more or less in the same position, just a little bit tighter towards the touchline. But the sun is out over the Sandy Lane stand. It's just that we've got a bit of a downpour at the moment. But a good start from Wigan. Couple of little handling errors in the earlier stages, but I think it is pretty greasy out there this afternoon. But another tester here for Kieran. Only just slotted that first one. It was a tight one in at the near post. Let's see what he does with this one. Kick is on its way. This time he's put it across the face, and that's a bad miss for AK standards.
Yeah, well, he's on the touchline.
Yeah,
I think there's a little. I'm looking at a pitch here on this near side. It seems to be a little downslope at the.
Yeah, there's some AstroTurf been laid, a bit like it is at Old Trafford with slopes down.
That helps. You got to run up and then put your kick in.
Indeed, he was running up a hill there, and as I predicted, that rain has now stopped. It's just a squall for about 3 minutes, but it will freshen things up out there. Anyway, 10-0 to the Warriors. And Max Flanagan goes straighter with this kick. Collected by Field. And now SA once again. That ball's, the knock on, says the referee. It almost as if he spun into the tackle there, and he ended up facing his own post as the ball went to ground. So I thought it had gone backwards. But Mr. Moore feels differently. But again, bad mistake from Wigan on the first tackle.
Yeah, it did go backwards, but you can only assume it went backwards off the impact of the tackle.
Yeah.
He was spinning around, wasn't he, like you said? But obviously the knock-on given he
might have spilled it forward, and it came off a Rochdale player and went backwards. If you see what I mean?
Quite a basic loose carry, and all 3 errors have been pretty.
And Semba there, absolutely ragdolling Joe Hickey over on that far right-hand side.
He's taking some heat, that Hickey. Like I said, the set before, Marshall put him down and Wardle put him down, and now December's put him down.
He's there, scrum half. So, but yeah, after that brief flurry of rain, I said it might get a bit dodgy out, and immediately Wigan knock on. And now Rochdale have knocked on, and now Nsemba is having a bit of a set to in back play, while Sam Essay's hurtling up the pitch. He's tackled on halfway.
Set restart, complete waste of time.
And now there's pushing and shoving going on again. Essay getting involved. Then a kick over the top. French will collect and dot it down. Wigan have extended their lead while there was a lot of handbags going on in back play. There's still a little bit of chat going on out there with Nsemba. But whilst all that nonsense was going on, chip over the top and Bevan French doing the honours.
Lovely stuff, that, to be fair. You just got a set restart on halfway. And like you said, there was a lot of back play incidents there, which left Rochdale short. They were all over Nsemba in the first instance, and then Essay, as he ran to halfway, they were massively holding him down. I was saying there, set restart. Yeah, Rochdale would have took that, really, had Wigan not come up with a move like that. Just a chip over the top from field, I think it was, and perfectly weighted for Bevan French to get the score.
Ooh la la, the first French lesson of 2026 in competition football. A bit of an easier kick now for AK. Interesting there, Aaron Moore just having a word with Junior Nsemba. Yeah, Rochdale just got too involved there with a bit of handbags. Well, we can just...
It's pretty smart that Wigan didn't get involved in that, just played on, saw the opportunity in front of them and executed it superbly.
So this is a much easier kick for AK this time on his favourite side, 20 metres out but much further infield, and that goes straight down the middle and over the Sandy Lane stand again. And Wigan now comfortable at 16 points to 0, keeping up with the clock. 17 minutes and 10 on that. And now the sun trying to poke through the clouds. But this has been all you can expect from Wigan so far this afternoon. Flanagan has the ball on the kicking tee. And again, he comes over to this. Well, he's gone more direct again. Collected by field. Now Essay. This time he manages to keep hold of the ball. Just shy of the 20. Now Luke Thompson. Just going to have to be careful, the forwards today, to keep a real grip on that ball, because I'm sure it is pretty greasy out there after the rain. Here's Cade Ellis now. That's a good carry. Gets it over the 40. Now O'Neill. Now here is Nsemba. 3 men in on the tackle there. He's halted just shy of the halfway line. And again, Rochdale maybe laying on again there. Thompson again. Last tackle for the Warriors. They're on the Rochdale 40. Comes to French on this right-hand side. Kick goes up. It's a high one. Flanagan is coming across, but Eckersley out jumps Boyd, but they come up with it there, luckily, with Tom Ashton. But again, they're targeting that side again, aren't they? And why wouldn't you? I mean, Eckersley's about 6'12", isn't he?
A cheap penalty for offside given there. Just up the middle, that last set from Wigan. Happy to do that. And only really went for anything attacking on the last tackle. Eckersley nearly got it again.
Yep. So the kick lands on the roof. We're in the Pearl Street stand. I think that might have gone into the car park as well. So the tap on the 40 for the Hornets. Here's Jordan Syme, stopped in his tracks. On the 30, Whitmore. Rochdale, problem they've had, and problem they probably will have all game, just not had enough ball in hand, really. They come down this short left-hand side with Ethan Wood, just shy of halfway. Now Dallymore, little show and go. Floats it to Hickey, short ball, but Wigan again in on Ben Metcalfe very quickly, just shy of halfway, the Hornets. They come to the left. Dallymore again, tries the grubber, it takes a deflection. Rochdale collect it. It's still the last. Here's Junior Sow on this right-hand side. He will take the tackle. Oh, now it's the last. So I assume because he kicked it, that was...
It wasn't the last tackle.
No, it obviously wasn't. Now it is. Hickey goes aerial down this right-hand side, targeting Marshall. Rochdale almost pinched it off him, but they ended up knocking it on there, Dan Dixon. And now a big shot's gone in on that right. It's getting a bit feisty, this, and they're off again here.
Ref's given the penalty.
Oh, we've got a melee. Oh, they're coming in from everywhere. Well, this has been brewing. Again, bad tackle over on that. It was difficult for us to see because we're miles away from it.
Well, it's the captain, Liam Farrell, saying walk away from that.
Yeah,
we don't want any suspensions.
No.
Paul McShane got sent off for York last night against Barrow, and he'll miss the opening day, you would think, depending on the disciplinary tomorrow. So you don't want nothing in that from what I could see.
It was just an almighty pile on then.
Penalty has already been given to Wigan, and I think he'll just have a chat with him because that's been 2 or 3 times now that they're looking to niggle.
Yeah. Ethan Havard is about to come on for the Warriors. His first appearance of the season. He was under the weather last weekend, so didn't play in the Liam Marshall testimonial. And the touch judge in long conversation with Mr. Moore. And now he calls over the 2 captains because this has been simmering, and from what we can gather, it will be a Wigan penalty. There's no doubt about that.
He's already given a penalty to Wigan, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think there was a bit of a flop possibly on Jay Field as he was on the floor. It took his while giving that penalty, which probably didn't help.
Yeah.
That incident.
So it is a penalty to the Warriors.
They're going to call a come off the touch judge,
but he did have
a delay.
Yeah, he did have a pretty lengthy conversation there with both captains. Sam Essay comes off after a decent opening spell from him, and Ethan Havard comes on. Kick downfield from Farrimond, and it will be Wardle to tap this on the 30. Here is Havard straight into the action. Up the middle it comes as the sun breaks through over the roof of the Sandy Lane stand. Here's Luke Thompson now, gets it over halfway. O'Neill had to go himself there because I think more or less everyone had gone in front of him. 35 out, Wigan now in centre field. They go to the right. Here's French again, looking for the ball all the time. Breaks a tackle. Ball on the inside to Field, and he's in. And they combine again. Antipodean artistry at its finest.
Well, they're expecting the ball to go to the right. French just kept hold of it, dropped his shoulder, turned back towards the post, and Field must have been screaming for that because the pass was perfect. He was steaming onto it on the left of French, and it's gone over just a little bit to the right of the post for the 4th try of the afternoon. 20-0 on 23 minutes.
Yes, that was lovely. And we said this last week as well about Bev, sometimes in pre-season, but he looked on it last week and he looks really up for it again today. Looks really sharp, and it's great that him and Jay are dovetailing beautifully again.
Yeah, combining straight away. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
And admittedly, it is Rochdale today, but I saw Castleford yesterday. We start there next week. It was only 14-0 that they beat Doncaster. So it'll be interesting how they go next week under a new coach. But
well, new coach and pretty much a new squad, really. So that will take time. Yeah. Paddy Mago and Ollie P coming on now. Cade Ellis giving a breather. Let's see who else came off there.
Sam Essay's come off.
Well, yeah, he was... it's Luke Thompson is the other one. Essay came off before. AK slots the kick, another one over the roof. So 22 points to 0. Sam Walters, Ethan Havard came on for Sam Essay, and now Mago and Oliver Partington come on. In fact, there's no Sam Walters in the squad today. I hope that's nothing sinister.
Again, I wouldn't read much into the team today. You need to give Sam Esse some game time, having not played last week.
So Flanagan with the restart again. He comes to this left-hand side again, pouched by French, and now Patrick Mago. That's what we want to see. Bigger minutes from him. Now here's Partington. Already got the head bandaged from last week. Back at the club on a 5-year deal. Here's Havard. Gets the ball up to the 40. O'Neill, little switcheroo to the short right. Here comes the Pearl over halfway. And 22-0 as the sun is now in full bloom here at Spotland, as we all like to remember it. Mago with a few fends there. Brought down, well, he's not, he's on his feet on the 40, but this is the last tackle. Comes to the left, Farrimond. High kick out to this left-hand side. And that's well collected, but a great chase by Jake Wardle. And Sow will bring it up for Rochdale. As I said, Jack Farrimond's not really had the opportunity to shine this afternoon.
First time we've been on the left today.
Yeah.
December wasn't taken out, but someone just put him off as he was running through.
Oh, penalty for Rochdale. High shot.
And Partington, I think that was.
Yes, only just on.
But he was running through there in December. Someone put him off his stride and he couldn't quite get on the end of the leap there.
So Dallimore kicks the ball, and that's another one. I think the stand behind the post to our left is the only stand with the height to keep the ball in the ground. All the others, not so. Now then, Hornets, ball in hand. Oh, that looked forward. It was forward, but they've got away with it. Isaac Reed, just shy of halfway. Whitmore, now Dallimore again. Floats that ball. That was a bit of a hospital pass, but got it away just in time. But Ashton, and that certainly felt that shot going in there prior to that ball being released. And it's Max Flanagan, the fullback. It looks in a bit of strife here. Whitmore floats that ball, and now Hickey with a kick through the line. It will turn Jay Field around. Not a bad kick. Chase is pretty good too. And Field will take the tackle just over his own 10-metre line.
Yeah, Flanagan back up for Rochdale. Seems to be okay.
Now Marshall for Wigan. Coming up to the half-hour mark. Rochdale Hornets 0, Wigan 22. Now I mentioned Farrimond. Got on his bike there from dummy half. Brilliant stuff from the youngster up to the 40. Here's Havard. Bulldozing run there over the top of two Rochdale players. Now Partington. Now Mago. French again on this right-hand side. Kieran. Now Eckersley's in the clear. Ball back on the inside. Bonnet de douche. French under the black dot. French lesson par deux. And it is now 26-0 with a kick to come in front of the post. That was beautiful, quick handling again. Going down that right side once more. Liam Marshall must be getting fed up.
Yeah, again, Wigan just taking him on up the middle, and then late in the tackle count was that 4, I think it was. And just opened up on the right hand side, getting lots of joy. And like I said, they're not going left at all.
No,
because Bevan French is on the right, and that's where they're playing. And opening up, Eckersley got clear. Probably could have had a run to the corner himself, but obviously you're better off getting towards the post, because this is the easiest kick of the afternoon for Adam Kieran. French rounded it under the post for 26-0 on 29 minutes.
So he and Eckersley now on hat-tricks. I think it's safe to say that they'll probably get them. Like you said, Eckersley there, he could have scored himself, but shrewd to go back inside to French to get the ball under the dot, and an easy kick now for AK. And watch out behind that stand, it's coming again. And there it goes. Blimey, that one might have ended up in the cemetery, Dewhurst Cemetery over there. That gave that one a beef. So,
I think that's the main road over there, isn't it?
Yeah, the cemetery's on the other side.
They must get a few on the main road.
I know, yeah. Watch what's driving past Spotland. Now then, so 28-0, and barely half an hour gone. So, and now we've got very bright sunshine. So we've had a bit of Vivaldi weather this afternoon, a bit of Four Seasons, and it's now very bright sunshine. But it's very mild today, and it's not windy at all. There's not hardly a breath of wind, which is always good because it was Baltic last week. Great kick-off there, collected by Marshall.
Well, I'm thinking how cold it was when we opened at Sheffield last year. That was horrible.
Oh my God.
This is lovely today.
Yeah, flame on my lighter froze at Sheffield. It was dear, oh dear. Anyway, this is much more pleasant. Here's O'Neill now, Partington, now and Semba. Gets a bit of attention again on that left-hand side. Now Partington again, went for the inside ball, but mistake there.
We're saying the draw tomorrow. That's at 20-7 on Radio Manchester. They're doing that tomorrow, and there'll be a couple of ties that you'll be looking at.
Why do they always do it like obscurely? It's like they try and hide it, you know.
And that's where it is.
Yeah.
And Keighley v Midlands, that's a tie in this round, and Oldham Dewsbury. But it's pretty much going to be all Super League, and if you can avoid a Super League side, you've done really well.
Yeah. And a home draw would be nice. Now, here's Luke Waterworth, who's on the field, former Wigan player, of course. I know Luke quite well. He's a teacher. Took 2 or 3 years out of the game and has returned this season, rediscovered his love for rugby, and he's back playing for the Hornets. And it's a penalty. Yeah, Havard not clearing the ruck there. Now, do Rochdale go for the 2 to at least get on the board? Oh, hell no. They're going to tap it, and why not? This is
the biggest thing they can do today is score a try. And
indeed,
this is probably the second time in the game that Wigan have allowed them to get on the attack.
Yeah, 10 metres out, Isaac Coleman. Now Waterworth, Dallymore. Went up a bit of a blind alley there, has to take a knee. Still 10 metres out here, the Hornets. They go on that short right side into the shade. Here's Sow. We know what a handful he can be. And 3 men to bring him down. Bleach blonde hair. Waterworth now fires it to Hickey. Now Reed. But again, that's a better carry. Only 5 metres out now, the Hornets right in front of the post. They come left. Dallymore, little chip over the top. But they can't. Oh, have they got it? Second attempt there.
Oh, he's given knock on.
TJ Boyd it was, yeah. I didn't think he was going to be able to out-jump Eckersley, but he did. Eckersley takes the quick tap on the 20. But he just couldn't gather it at the second time of asking.
I don't know if that is Eckersley in the head, but obviously the sun's out now. So
yeah.
Right.
Marshall! Straight through the middle. Ball to his left, which was forward, but we're going to get away with it.
No.
Oh, it looked it to me.
No.
Ferryman's in under the sticks. Oh, and how cruel is this game? Rochdale, but 30 seconds ago, thought they might have got their first try of the afternoon. The quick tap, which can sometimes discombobulate teams, and then they just completely clocked off. Liam Marshall just went straight through the middle.
Well, that's the key. If Eckersley doesn't put the effort in to get a quick tap, you probably don't go down the field and score. It doesn't matter what the opposition is. So small things get you on the front foot at least. If they made a tackle, they didn't. And as you said, Marshall broke through and Ferryman in support for 32-0.
33 and a half minutes gone, so more or less keeping parity with the clock. And another straightforward kick for AK here, 10 metres out, right in front of the sticks. And again, amber alert behind the Sandy Lane stand.
Just going to that Rochdale chance, as I was trying to say, Eckersley, I think he lost it in the sun potentially.
Yeah, well, you might, yeah.
But it was a good kick, and I always say, don't matter what level you hit the try line, it causes problems. They did that and nearly scored. It was unlucky. Well, Wigan's counter-attack is a punch in the gut for Rochdale.
Yeah, very much so. I said within 30 seconds it was possible try to Ferryman dotting down. The rain starts to fall again, but the sun is still out. And Kieran slots that one comfortably. Wigan now more or less in tune with the clock. 34-0, 34 and a half minutes gone. And so far so good. It's been a good performance again today. I mean, you're on a hiding to nothing in these kind of games. But Wigan have been very sharp today, look very professional.
And that's what you have to do.
Yep.
Be professional. Get the game won. Hopefully, no injuries today. That's the biggest thing you're looking for now.
Flanagan, for the first time, goes over to the right-hand side. It's gathered by Nsemba, and he gets the offload as he was driven back. Now Field. Wardle now on this left-hand side. Puts on that brilliant step. Breaks free. Field to his left. This is going to be a full lengther. That is brilliant from Wigan. Right from the kick-off. Outstanding. This is a clinique. 38-0.
Well, we can start taking bets, I think, on who's getting the hat-trick first between Field, French, and Eckersley. That's the second for Field. And they did well to push Nsemba back a good 10 metres there, as he was a bit ill-footed from having to field the kick, but he got the offload away. Wardle steaming downfield and Field in support. They did well to keep him out from going round under the post there, to be fair. So it's not an easy kick for Kieran, but you nearly score at one end and then you've been counter-attacked twice. And the thing now for Rochdale, from their point of view, Wigan are starting to hit them from deep, which you have to say for the first half hour, they're having to work downfield to get tries.
Yeah.
Now they're getting done.
That's always an ominous sign when the Warriors start to hit you from deep.
But again, Wardle there.
Oh, what a step. He's got such a great step.
The easy thing would be to just trot it back and take the tackle. He decided to put the accelerator on.
Yeah.
And that got that try just from his decision to do that.
Yeah, he dropped the hammer there, but he's got such a devastating step, Jake Wardle, and that's what opened up Rochdale like a can of beans there. And as all good fullbacks do, Field was on his shoulder to his left, and you ain't stopping him from there. Even though he was 40 metres out, he's just too quick. And two rapid tries for Wigan.
He's had to dance the touchline all the way down there, to be fair, because Kieran is right on the far touchline.
Yeah.
First time he's had a kick from the left-hand side of the field.
This is tougher for a left-footed kicker.
He's hit 5 out of 6 so far.
As the rain is beginning to be a bit heavier now, but we still have the sun with us. And the wind's just picked up a little bit for the first time today. Kicks on its way. And no, sir. So, 38-0. We are ahead of the clock now. 37 minutes and a change gone. And just getting these little flurries of rain all the time. But the sun is still out. And Rochdale now taking longer and longer to make their way up to the halfway line to restart the game.
That is a clock to our left as well that isn't stopping. So there might be a bit of added time on at the end of that as well.
Yeah, possibly.
If the referee, though, he might give him a bit of mercy. We'll see.
So Flanagan again goes over to the right, and again it's gathered by Nsemba. And again, they're up on him quickly, but this time they get him to the ground before he can offload. O'Neill, quick play of the ball, and now Havard right up the middle.
I wonder if they thought that time it was better perhaps not to try and hammer him back, because the offload was an absolute killer last time.
It was indeed. Partington, short ball to Mago, almost breaking through the line. He takes 3 men with him and manages to stay on his feet. Quick play of the ball. Now O'Neill, good scamper there from dummy half. They're falling off tackles now, the Hornets, as O'Neill is dumped to the floor, 30 yards out. And now Bevan French, just a little short ball to his left, but they were on Havard as soon as he gathered that in. 20 metres out now, last tackle. Wind freshening behind us. French over on the left now, and here's Farriman, little chance to show his wares. Little dink through the line, and Flanagan will be trapped in goal, and it will be a goal line dropout. And again, Wigan just turning the screw again and again here.
A lovely whiff of hot dog across my nostrils as that attack was going on there.
No, you cannot beat good old-fashioned stadium grub. And they certainly have that here at the Dale. I'm having to put my coat on now because that wind has suddenly come out of nowhere. And I do mean the meteorological kind.
No, you can't wait 40 seconds to half-time.
No, I'm cowed, lad. Right, here we go.
Soft.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do anything with these last remaining seconds of the half. A 40 out as Havard hits it up.
Well, they do like to put the knife in just before the half-time hooter. They're so good at it. Here's Mago. 20 metres out now.
Who are you backing for the hat-trick first, by the way? Eckersley Field or French?
Ooh, well, they're coming over to the left now. Here is French, throws the dummy. He's just inside the penalty area.
I'm going to go Eckersley.
Yeah, well,
for no reason whatsoever.
10 seconds left. Oh, they've gone down the short left. Jay Field, short ball, Wardle. Oh, he's just short. Have they got time? Well, as you say,
it's not real-time clock, so it is added time now.
Yeah, we are. Now, come on, let's get it out wide right here. Well, drop goal. Cheeky chicken. Bevan French, what's that all about? 40 minutes plus. Well, drop goal at 39-0, and that's half-time.
Well, they think it's half-time because they think that's a real-time clock, but it's not. So that's why he's gone for drop goal.
Oh, the referee's telling him to come back.
He's seen 40 on the clock on the screen to our left and thought that's time up, but it's not. So they could have played on. It is not a real-time clock. That has been running every time we've had a stoppage.
Well, Bevan French has got a massive grin on his face there, and he's pointing at the clock, saying to the referee, I thought, and he's still pointing at the clock.
Pretty safe. I don't think he's ever kicked a drop goal before.
No.
I can't remember him kicking one.
But he slotted it, so it don't matter. 39-0. That's
short kick-off from Rochdale. But
oh, and Semba's dropped it. Came off his chest. But we're now at the referee's discretion here. Here's Waterworth. And now here's Dan Lynch, one of the Rochdale subs. 30 metres out the Hornets. They switch from Waterworth there to Isaac Reed. Just outside the 20 now, in centre field. Waterworth switches to the left. Dallimore. Oh! The slip there. Well, that was not Ethan Havard's fault. There was a drop of the shoulder from, I think it was Ashton, and he lost his footing, and Havard caught him on the way down. It was totally accidental.
Yeah, unlucky.
The penalty's been given to Rochdale. I think it's a bit harsh.
It is a penalty in Rochdale. The hooter went there, so they'll probably kick a goal and avoid the nil.
Yeah.
Because it's just to the left of the post, 20 out.
Well, they may as well, because... Well, Luke Waterworth's got the ball.
The hooter did go there, so...
what are they doing it? Well,
so they're going to tap it and try something. Not going for two.
Well, fair play. Fair play. So, tap on the 20. Dallimore.
Oh, I thought he were going for drop goal then. He's got kicks to the right.
Yeah. Oh, bodies flying everywhere. It's been batted down south. Stabs it forward, but it's gone out of play over near that corner flag. And that is now half-time with the most peculiar scoreline of Rochdale Hornets 0, Wigan Warriors 39.
Well, it's not quite a point a minute, is it? Two tries from Zach Eckersley in the first 12 minutes got us 10-0 up. Then French added on to that score. 2 for French, 1 for Field. Made it 28-0 on the half hour. Rochdale almost scored. They were unlucky from an error from Eckersley at a kick. But 3 more tries in the last 7 minutes of the half. Farrimond, second for Field. And then 2 more tries because the last one was a drop goal for Bevan French. Thinking the clock had expired because he thought it was the 40 had gone, but not a real-time clock here today, so that's why he kicked drop goal for Rochdale 0, Wigan 3.
Farrimond gets us underway. Deep kick down to the right corner. Dallimore collects, and Wigan are up very quickly and trap Rochdale inside their own 10-metre area. Mago leading the charge there. Now here's Ashton. He's driven back 5 metres from his own posts. Dallimore at dummy half this time. And Daniel Lynch struggling to get out of dodge here. Wigan really going for it in this early start to this second half. The 4 tackles gone now. Rochdale still inside their own 10 here. Waterworth comes out to this side. Now Hickey. Drop of the shoulder, cuts inside. Bone crunching tackle on him. This is the last, still inside their own 20. Spiral kick downfield by Dallimore, straight into the arms of Zach Eckersley. And reward for Wigan is first tackle is complete on them, and they're inside the Rochdale half already. As Adam Kieran takes the second charge in. It's in over the 40. O'Neill moves in behind him. Just a little stop there. Here's Mago now. I think he was expecting that. He took that standing Stays on his feet, however. O'Neill, now French, comes out to this right-hand side, quick hands, Field comes round on the loop, then drop of the shoulder, cuts inside. But he's stopped in his tracks there. Tackled by Waterworth. And now Partington. They're coming out to the left side now. Now here's French. Oh, poor ball to Marshall. Hit him on the foot. And now Rochdale break down this right-hand side with Dan Nixon. And he's looked so good, Bev, and that should have been a try, just a poor pass.
Yeah, I think it might have been a no-look pass, to be honest, but it should have been executed and Marshall would have had a chance in the corner.
Yeah, just hit him on the foot.
But, yeah, still early in the season. Hopefully we can iron out the slight mistakes we've had today.
Rochdale now just over their own 40.
They've all been avoidable, I'd say, from our point of view.
I think so, yeah. Here's Ethan Wood. Just over the 40. Oh, juggled it there. Just managed to keep hold of it. Waterworth now to Dallimore. Now Hickey. Thought about the kick. Little drop of the shoulder. Gets the offload. Just in the nick of time there to Dan Lynch. This is the last though. Slap bang on halfway here, Dale. And it comes out to the left. Dallimore with a no-nonsense grubber down that left-hand side. And Eckersley wants nothing to do with that. Lets it go out of play.
Good option. I think, to be fair, if you put it in the air, you're going to have either Eckersley, Field or Marshall running back at you. Just drill it in touch and we can go 80 metres.
So, tap on the 20 in centre field. Partington, and now Marshall will come forward. Not seen much of the ball, Marshy, today. Everything's been down the right-hand side. Here is Eckersley, who's profited from that. Oh, he breaks the line. Certainly looks to have bulked up, Zach, in pre-season, and he's reaping the benefits for it.
Cheap set restart. Stepped out of a tackle, didn't quite get clean heels away.
Yeah. Now and Semba, again, attracting 3 Rochdale defenders. O'Neill, now Partington through the middle. Almost got the short ball away to Mago, who was through, and the sun comes again. Here's Havard. Better this from Wigan. Set completion good. 20 metres out. O'Neill. Little throw of the... Throws a dummy there. Oh, brilliant from O'Neill. Drop of the shoulder. Made the break. And then a one-handed flick pass with Ollie P on his shoulder. 43-0.
Must have been a good call that, because he just flicked it out the back. Brad O'Neill. Potentially could have gone himself and had a go at the try line, but chucked it out the back door, and Oliver Partington was on his right shoulder to go over just to the right of the post. First try of the second half for 43-0 on 44.
And now we are bathed in sunlight, positively oozing over the Sandy Lane stand. And if you're in the big stand behind the post where Adam Kieran has this kick now, it is right in your face. I see a lot of the Wigan fans now with their hands cupped over their eyes. Kieran again cleans the clart off the bottom of his boots before placing the kicking tee. This is slap bang on the 18-yard line of the football markings. So this is another easy kick. This could be the first kick that stays inside the stadium of the afternoon. Although you never know. So this to make it 45-0. Yes, you heard me right, due to that Bevan French drop goal when he thought that the time had expired. So Kieran puts the kick over. No, that's not stayed in either. That's gone over the back of the stand to our left.
Well, my car's at the back of there. If it's under my car, I'll claim it.
Yeah, I'm parked around there too. So it's been a busy day for the ball attendants, where they're dotted around outside the ground. 45-0 Wigan lead. 45, almost 46 minutes gone here at the Crown Oil Arena. As I said, don't forget, and I'm sure you have not, this time next week we will be over at Castleford at the One Bore Stadium, as it's called now, for the opening round of Super League. Wigan taking on a new look Castleford Tigers, new coach, largely new squad. Going to be interesting. And Mago gets the penalty there.
Cheat one.
Took a bang too.
Yeah.
Some interesting news coming from the capital to tell people, yes? At half-time, was it?
Yeah, London will win it at half-time against Bradford. Tight game, Mo.
Yeah. That could be one of the potential championship sides.
Big kick that from Wigan. They got from their own 20 to 40 out here.
Now then, here is Ethan Havard. That could be the one potential upset. London, of course, may fancy to be in Super League this season, but it didn't get the nod in the end. Field, now Marshall, space on the left, cuts in field. That's good scrambling D, though, from Rochdale, to be fair.
Well, earlier in the game, once he stretched from left, he went all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do.
Here's Farrimond. Now O'Neill. Now Field. Little double pump there. Puts the kick through the line, and Eckersley gets the hat-trick. Bilko punches the air.
Well, I thought you had to back in him because I picked him, and there it is. And yeah, like I said, he stretched him on the left. Just go to the right. Rochdale had cut off Jay Field from making it with passes, but he just put a lovely kick into the right corner, and Eckersley completes the hat-trick.
He almost stopped, didn't he, there, Field? He actually stopped.
Put the brakes on.
Yeah.
That's clever, because like I said, the line was blocked, so then he just curled a kick into the right corner. It was right in the corner as well.
Pinpoint, absolutely pinpoint.
Yeah.
And they have all the skills, don't they? Not just with ball in hand, but with boot to ball. And Wigan, well, picking up from where they left off, ahead of the clock again, 49-0, 48 minutes gone. And another pretty tough kick for AK over on that far side. There's been a lot of them off the far touch lines. Just shows, of course, when the wingers are having such a good day, then that's what you're going to get. But a hat-trick for Zatrick, and Kieran now looking to bring up the half-century for Wigan. 49-0 they lead. But this is a tough kick. But this has been a good performance. It is who it is against who it is, and it is what it is. But you know what? You can only go out there and do what you need to do, and they've done it really well so far this afternoon. It's been very impressive, like it was last weekend. I thought that they played well last weekend too. Looked very sharp.
They look ready for the season. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Well, a lot to prove, haven't they? You know, toppled from their perch, won everything, then won nothing. And they'll be wanting to address that situation. Hull KR have the pressure on them this season. Here's Kieran with the kick. Oh, he's hit the post. In a weird kind of way, that might just do Wigan a favour. You know, all the pressure's on Hull KR. Can they back it up? And Wigan will be looking to retake the crown, coming at it from a different perspective.
Well, obviously this time last year we had the target of Las Vegas, and that was obviously massive on the minds of all Wigan fans and all Wigan players and staff, etc. But not got that this year. But I'm sure obviously they want to start with a win next week, but that whole game to open the season, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night on the 21st, I think it is.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Hull coming to Wigan, winning twice last season. That'll be an early season target for us. And then we've got Lee on the back of that.
Yeah,
I think if you can get a couple of good results there, you're well on your way, aren't you?
Indeed you are. And we know how, even though it was a showpiece, Wigan were outstanding in Vegas, but it catches up with you, doesn't it, eventually? And we never really quite hit those heights really again after that. Now O'Neill through the middle. Wigan on the rampage again here. Excellent stuff. Lovely offload from Mago, and then a fantastic carry down the middle there from Brad O'Neill. Now Farrimond, he's getting into the game now. Wardle throws the dummy, and he's in. And Liam Marshall's wait for a try still goes on, but this is now absolutely ruthless from the Warriors. 53-0. 51 minutes gone.
Yeah, good work from O'Neill on the tackle before, and they just shipped it left. Farrimond had it, gave it to Wardle through the dummy, taken by the number 2, Dan Nixon, and he just went through for quite a simple finish, to be fair, but the work was done by O'Neill on the tackle before. They never quite recovered Rochdale, and pretty quiet on his left-hand side. That's the first try really with ball in hand. The other one was a break, wasn't it? Which just shows we've not gone left often, but we can score tries down that way as well.
So Adam Kieran once again cleaning the detritus off his boots. He's very meticulous in his preparation for kicks. And this one's a little bit easier, although not on the favourable side, but it is about 10 or 12 metres in from touch. This to make it 55-0, and Wigan have come out firing again in this second half. Some super slick rugby. Now Brad O'Neill's going to have a breather. We're going to get Tom Forber. And that's all Wigan subs on now, so he's had to be patient and wait to come on, but big season for him, with Cruz going to Catalan for the season. Big season for Tom Forber. Now then, here's Kieran on this left hand side. Kick on its way. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. Over it goes. What's his ratio today?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. He's had a lot of tough ones in there, to be fair. But the kick goes over. 55-0. Coming up to the 53rd minute. Sun's dipped in momentarily, but it is not raining, so that's good news. But Rochdale here, being put to the sword. But as you said, you know, they've been spirited. They're still having a dig, and now they go for a short kick-off. And Semba takes that close to the touchline, then loses his footing. Again, trying to fend off Ben Metcalf. And I don't know, they seem to have singled Junior out for a bit of treatment this afternoon. Here's Havard. Now Tom Forber into the action for the first time. Partington, now Mago, going through the hands again, French, now then Kieran, now Eckersley on the burners there, he puts the kick in field, beautiful, if it sits up nicely for the Pearl, and it doesn't. French though gathers it, Wigan still playing here, and Semba, can he get away? He gets it, Wardle cuts inside and scores eventually. And fair, that was brilliant from Wigan there, because it looked like the move might have ended when it was very clever from Eckersley, but the ball just didn't sit up nicely for Liam Farrell there.
Well, if you threaten by the touchline kick inside, it causes problems. He had French, Field and Farrell all waiting for the ball. He just didn't bounce kindly for Farrell, but French got behind him, got hold of the ball, and he just shipped it left. And Rochdale desperately trying to stop December. Probably could have gone himself, but just gave it to Wardle for 2 tries in 3 minutes for him. And like I said, they're cutting them up from deep now, and that's the telling thing. For half an hour, they were having to really work for the tries, to just quick passing. And if the bounce of the ball had been kind of foul, would have gone under the post himself. Unlucky. So I always like to see that when you're threatened by the touchline as a winger, kick inside, it causes nightmares. Yeah, more often than not.
And so another kick for Adam Kieran, but again it's snug to the whitewash again, isn't it? And this we're going to get a bizarre scoreline today anyway, due to that drop goal from Bevan French. But this to make it 63-0. We are romping ahead of the clock now. But again, he's faced with this... might have to go down this little AstroTurf dip again. Because there's literally like a couple of yards of turf. And then he's actually... Because he's left-footed, he takes his run up from the other side of the ball. So, actually, this isn't as bad this time. But it's still a tough kick, this. Right off the touchline. But if anyone can... Here it comes. Oh, that is a beauty. That is an absolute beauty. Sneaks in at the near post. Wow, what a kicker. Got to be up there with the likes of Frano. And I don't say that lightly.
Well, we've already seen Eckersley a hat-trick. Wardle now on one.
Yeah, as his Field, as his French. It could have a slew of them this afternoon.
That's the ominous thing for Rochdale. There's still 24 minutes to play.
Yes.
At 61-0.
Yes, this could get bowling shoe ugly very quickly. Well, it probably is already, to be fair, but the thing is, they're still having a dig. And you know what? They'll learn a lot from this today. This is what it's all about. And, you know, they very rarely they'll get a chance to play against players like this in their careers. Now here's Nsemba. Oh, that's a great run. Up to halfway. Leaves, skittled about 4 men there. Sow is down. And now 4, but Wigan just look absolutely ruthless at the moment. Wardle, everyone wants the ball. Here's Farrimond. Now Mago in centre field. Field, double pump. Now brings in French. Throws the dummy, cuts inside. Chip over the top. Will it sit kindly? No, it's going to go over the dead ball line. But that again is innovative play from Bevan French. And it's called in a halt to proceedings here. Well, Junior Sow getting some treatment on the halfway line. He's okay.
Yeah, Bevan had Kieran and Neckersley to his right, but decided to go for it himself, drop a shoulder, kicked it towards the post, but
he does like a chip and chase, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he really
just
does.
Ran out of room. That was always going dead, but rather see him try that than not, to be fair, because it's lovely when they come off.
Yeah, well, this is the kind of game where you can try things like that. I mean, when you're 61-0 up, do what you like, really. Waterworth now from the base of that play. Now here's Whitmore. Rochdale on their own 40. Waterworth, short ball. Oh, big shot by Partington there on Isaac Reed, who drops the ball. It's a knock-on. And it will be head and feet to Wigan at this scrum. And that's why Partington, I think, brought back to Wigan. He puts on a big shot, doesn't he?
Well, he was good last week.
Yeah.
And he's put an effort in again today. And, some fans are questioning Cruz leaving going, but I think for the balance of the squad, you've already got Forber and O'Neill at hooker.
Yeah.
It did make sense to me, to be honest.
Well, I just needed a bit more grunt in the pack. Don't I? A lot of people think that our pack's not big enough this season, but I mean, time will tell. Now then, Marshall. Space, chips it forward because he was running out of space, and then, well, fair play there to Dallimore. He got across, put his body on the line and put it out of play near the corner flag to prevent Marshall.
Great play for Marshall, to be fair. He was going nowhere, and it dribbled in play along the touchline.
Oh, he's just kicked the ball and he's hit Luke Waterworth on the back of the head. Didn't bat an eyelid. They have a smile with each other. I'm sure they know each other quite well. That was like a hole in one there. He kicked it from the sideline and it hit Waterworth plumb on the back of the head.
The old Falcon, as they call it. Anyway, Wigan close range. It's not been close range that often. It's all been from deep, but can they score again here?
Yeah, inside the 10 now, French. They come out to the left. Quick hands again. Nsemba coming back against the grain. 3 men to bring him down. 3 metres from the Hornets line now to the left of the post. They come back into centre field. Mago, short ball to Havard. He carries 3 men with him. Breathing down on those posts now, Wigan.
Very short on the right here.
Yeah, short ball to Mago. Can he crash over? He does, but he's on his back. Or is he? No, I think from the reaction of the crowd, he's got it down, the big Kiwi. And Wigan are in again. They're spreading the joy this time. Mago on the score sheet. 69-0. And we've just played just over an hour.
65.
Oh, is that? Oh, they already put that on.
Yeah,
fair enough. 65-0.
Well, they had loads of numbers on the right if they'd have got a simple try, but he actually went short to Mago and he's powered over anyway. That was probably the toughest route to a try there, in all fairness. But nevertheless, he's got over. Doesn't score many, Paddy, and a nice simple kick this time for Adam Kieran.
And just when you think it can't get worse, Thompson and Ellis are about to come back on. Mago is coming off after getting his try. And so is Ethan Havard. So just a swap of the props. And Kieran, again, meticulous in his prep, just literally on the edge of the penalty box, the football penalty box, and just to the right of the post. So this will be another simple kick. Brace yourself behind that stand. Hope you've closed your sunroof, because we've got another one incoming here. This to make it 67-0. this time, it almost stays in the ground this time. It thumped into the top of the stand, but it's managed to crawl over the top and down the back. So 67-0. And again, that walk back to the halfway line for the Hornets is getting slower and slower and slower. But this has been an absolute clinic this afternoon from Wigan. And any neutrals here, and I'm sure some Rochdale fans have thoroughly enjoyed what they've seen here today, because Wigan have really put on a show for the spectators. And there's still 18 minutes to go. And Semba just shy of the 20. Now Thompson, this next carry. 3 men in on the tackle there, brings him down 30 metres from his own line. I think he might have got a thumb in the eye there. Just gets up a bit gingerly. Oh, this is a great carry up the middle from Cade Ellis. Stays on his feet too. Halfway line. Now Forber, Partington, little show and go. And we're going to now on the Rochdale 40. Forber, they come out to this left-hand side. Farriman drops the shoulder, breaks the line. Beautiful slip pass to his left. That was absolute quicksilver, and Fields in for his hat-trick. Damn, that was good, Farriman.
Didn't see much of him in the first half, and I was just thinking before he did that, he's been much more into it, but like you said, that was lovely footwork and drop of the shoulder from him. And to thread that offload, there was lots of traffic in there to get that to Jay Field.
I mean, all that happened within about the space of a second. Through that gap with that step he has, we know he has, and then just absolutely dynamite offload on the inside, and it was literally a blink of an eye and Field was away. So they're doing it in clumps here, Wigan. They like to I think that's 3 tries in 5 minutes now. And Kieran, this is a nice one. Slap bang in front of the post again on the 18-yard line of the football markings. This to make it 73-0. And the century's definitely on here. If Wigan want it, they'll get it. That one stays inside the stadium. The first one that does. Are people booing because it actually stayed inside the ground? That's for the ball boys. That's the first time they've had to do anything today.
Well, it's only on 64, and that's 73-0.
Yeah, and that's not a real-time clock, as we now know.
Yeah, but I can't remember a stoppage this second half, to be fair.
No, you're right.
So there's not going to be much of that, but still 16 minutes to go. And I remember back to my first commentary where Wigan put 42 points in the last 20 at Hull KR within 84-6 once, so there's still plenty of points to go at.
Yeah, and French gathers that. So hat-tricks for Zach Eckersley and Jay Field.
Team Bevan was steaming now. He's not got one.
Well, he's still got time.
He'll be hunting it.
Yeah, him and Wardle are on hat-tricks, and now Farrell comes forward. So tries for Patrick Mago as well. Now here's Forber. He's looking lively as well since he's come on. But it is incredible with 73 points on the board and Liam Marshall yet to register a try.
You've just been reading my mind there, because I was just looking, 13 tries and none of them for Marshall.
No, extraordinary really. Not for the want of trying. There has come a bit more traffic down his side in this second half. It was exclusively on Eckersley's side in the first. Now and Semba, Field, Wardle. Now speaking of Marshall, little chip back in Field. Is it? Oh, it just doesn't bounce kindly. He did the right thing again there because he was running out of land. Just too strong with the chip over the top. It does allow Wigan to lock and load on the 30 here.
Yeah, Jay Field pointed for that kick, but just ran out of space.
So the Hornets have the ball. It seems a while since they've had it, and delicately gets to his feet there. It's Hickey, there's some big shots going in again here from Wigan. They just look rabid this afternoon. We know that Adam Kieran can put a fearful hit on. That's not the best pass there to Whitmore, who had to take that over his head. And runs back down that blind side. But Rochdale really struggling to get any momentum forward here. Oh, that was a clothesline. That was a bad one. Well, maybe it looked a bad one. Luke Thompson, little chip over the line from Hickey. They're chasing this. Marshall doesn't get to it. Oh, they tried to hack it forward. It's picked up by Field.
There's your luck, isn't it? Nice kick from Rochdale, and Field had to juggle that about 3 times before he finally took it in.
Yeah, and Marshall completely misjudged it, trying to get to it in time. But that looked like a proper clothesline there by Partington. Anyway, he's off now. SA is back on for another stint, and Rochdale must be going, oh, for crying out loud. 73-0, and on comes Sam Essa. Now then, here's Cade Ellis. Consistent. Oh, that was a bit naughty coming in from behind there. Go down the short left now, and Semba. He looks full of it. Again, this is the last second effort there, but not seen by the official. They're coming out on the run here. Cut out ball. Here's Kieran. Dabs it through the line. Eckersley bearing down on this, but Rochdale get there just in the nick of time and put it out for a goal line dropout. In fact, when Rochdale players, they took each other out there.
Yeah, just sliding in the wet in goal, trying to defend that kick. I'm liking these options though from Wigan on the last. Happy to put the kick in.
Yeah, there's a lot more variety, isn't there? You know, both sides of the pitch as well. It's not all coming from one source, which is...
You can do that if you're keeping up your pace of play, and Wigan have done that throughout this game. In fact, Bradford have got a grip of that cup tie down in London, winning 16-8 at the moment. So, a reminder, the draw is on Monday at 6:40 on BBC Radio Manchester. So, it'd be very difficult to avoid a Super League team in that. But I think, like I said, Keighley or Midlands is one of the ties this afternoon. You'd take either of those.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a little bit of pushy shovey there between Luke Thompson and Rochdale players as SA comes forward. Just shy of the 20 in centre field. They come down the left side now. Show and go again from Farriman, jinking through the line. Brilliant feet. Trying to get that offload. Doesn't manage it.
Forber was there, I didn't quite see him.
3 metres out, here is Forber now. They come into centre field. Oh, it's on this right side. Cut out ball from French. Eckersley's in the corner. This is carnival fare now. And he gets his fourth try of the afternoon. He gets his quad.
Nice work from Farriman on the left in the first instance. Just couldn't quite get a pass away.
That drew everybody over though, didn't it?
And as has been the case all afternoon, once you stretch them on one wing, spread it to the other. French had options there. He could have put a kick to the in goal. A long, lofted pass over the top, which was perfect for Zach Eckersley. In the corner, right on the touchline for Kieran again. Lovely try.
77-0. And we have played almost 70 minutes. As Adam Kieran once again gets the old brush out, cleans his boots. And this is great stuff from Wigan. Paddy Mago stripped and ready to come back on as the Pearl comes off. And
what's pleasing me is that he never took the foot off the gas.
No.
Here, Wigan.
No.
You know, that shows an intent.
Yes, and we've seen a load of variety, as you say, in attack as well. Because, you know, one of the criticisms that can be levelled against Wigan at times is, you know, maybe too much goes through Harry Smith or too much goes through. Today we've seen a few players putting kicks in and putting their hand up and, you know, taking the pressure off. We've seen a lot more variety in attack, and that's...
I think a lot more second phase, the third phase of move.
Oh, outstanding kick from the touchline from Adam Kieran. 79-0, almost 71 minutes gone. So we want this 100 up. Got 10 minutes, 9 minutes maybe to... it's going to be a tall order, but if anyone can...
Well, they've got to score 4 in 9 minutes, so that does look a tall order, but I'll never say never.
No, not the way it's gone today. But this has been a great game. It's been such good fun to watch. We're going to play brilliantly this afternoon.
But again, I repeat what I said in the pre-match. Even though these scores are blowouts, it's been a great out. That's going too deep.
Yeah, out on the full.
So if you want to get a few more tries, that'll help. Even though there's been blowout scores in this round in most games, if we're honest, I still love it. I'm loving the fact we're at Rochdale this afternoon. We haven't been here for 32 years as a club.
Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
The fans have been entertained.
They have, and royally entertained at that. And I suppose, like I said before, but even the Rochdale fans must have really enjoyed this afternoon. They'd have come here knowing they weren't going to win, and they've been treated to an absolute.
So at the end of that kick-off, Wigan punt it into touch, and they're 10 out now as Thompson takes the first drive.
Treated to a masterclass this afternoon, and it's not over yet. Forber. Now Farriman, who's definitely stamped himself on this game in the second half. Good run from Sam Esse. 5 metres out Wigan on this left-hand side. Forber into centre field again. Now Farriman going through the hands again. French has it. And again, he was looking, maybe, do I kick it? Do I do the cut-out ball? In the end, he carried on with it. Forber, little short ball to Luke Thompson. 4-5 men around the big prop. 2 metres out Wigan. Now it comes over to the left-hand side. Just went down a blind alley there, Farriman, and then he comes back against the grain. Just almost ran into Sam Esse there. This is the last tackle. French on the right, cut-out ball again, but it was a bit behind Eckersley, but this ball's still live. Chip over from French. Oh, and if it wasn't for the post pad, I think Adam Kieran would have dotted that down.
There's Wardle, he's pointing, put that kick in.
Yeah, he was there as well.
It was just a post pad that stopped, but in fact it's a goal line drop.
Ah, okay.
So it wasn't touched by Wigan and had to be defended by Rochdale in the in goal, but I think Ellis would have been the try scorer at the post pad.
Oh, sorry, I saw a 3. I thought it was AK. Yeah, Ellis was there. So a goal line dropout, and Dallimore is the man to take it. Now, gathered on halfway by Farriman, and Esse returns it 30 metres out. Forber now, and Semba again, good defence on him that time. Now Thompson, they just look rabid, these Wigan forwards this afternoon, running in with tremendous vigour. 10 metres out, they come left. Farriman. Now a little ball round the back now. Wardle, he gets his hat-trick. On the left-hand side. Token effort there in defence from Ben Metcalfe. Just shrugged him off. And the England international goes in for the third hat-trick of the afternoon. A hat-trick of hat-tricks. Eckersley's on a quad, of course. And 3 for Jay Field, 3 for Jake Wardle. And it's just been a joy to watch this from Wigan. And Kieran, gosh, he's been kept busy today. How many kicks is this now coming up?
This is number 15.
Wow.
And imagine thinking before kick-off we'd get 15 tries today, and French would only get 2. And like you said, none for Marshall.
Yeah, extraordinary, really.
Wardle's not giving him a pass. He could have given him a pass there, couldn't he?
Oh, there was no way he was giving him that. Not a chance. Not a chance. And again, another tough one for AK here. It's about a yard in from touch on this left-hand side, 23 metres out. But he's kicked a few of these today, missed a few as well, but they are tough. But in the main, he's probably about 80% today for his kicks, I would imagine, around about that. So a hush falls over the Crown Oil Arena. And here comes Kieran. Oh, just drifted off to the left. Pantomime boos. But he's been excellent off the tee today. 83-0. And we are almost up to 76 minutes now. And Rochdale literally crawling up to the halfway line now.
That's the thing, though. I've seen 84 from Wigan twice in Super League.
Yeah.
So no shame there for Rochdale. I think they've been pretty good this afternoon, as best as you can expect.
Oh yeah,
let's not forget they were League One last season.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I said, and only in the Championship because it basically merged both divisions into one.
Yeah. So the restart And it's gathered in by Marshall. It's now or never, Liam. He's going sideways here, but he's got about 3.5, 4 minutes to see if he can get on the scoreboard. Here's Thompson. Great carry forward. Up to the 40. Second effort there on Thompson. Now they come down the short right. Here's Mago. One of those mad offloads, but it's knocked on by Eckersley. No, has it gone backwards? And it's definitely knocked on there by Forber, as he saw some Hornet coming at him.
Well, 3 minutes to go. Rochdale are 40 out. You try and get.
Well, I was going to say before, are they going to regret not going for the 2 on the stroke of half time? Because they won't want to get duck-egged today, but there's a very strong possibility that they might. Or they might go for it. Ooh. Highest attendance in almost 30 years. 4,248. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I mean...
Well, 2.5, I reckon, at least from Wigan today.
Oh, yeah. And
I have to say, I think this is a thing we should look at for cup ties all round. Under 16's free. That's why I brought my family today. Rochdale have knocked on with Metcalf. As they got the ball there, but under 16's free. That's why my family's here today. It's a big incentive.
Well, and if they come, they're in for free. But once you're in the ground, you might get a pie or a drink or some crisps or something. It's all money coming into.
And they got 18 quid off from the wife coming to look after them.
So you've got they've made a nice sum of money today, the Hornets, and that's what it's all about. This is why this round 3 is really important. The scoreline is irrelevant, really. It's to keep clubs like this ticking over. And now then, Eckersley, is he going to get a quint? No. Oh, he tried to offload it. Rochdale will gather that up. Kieran almost decapitated Dan Nixon there. And now here's Junior Sow. Oh, this is not where you want to be, is it? He's 5 metres from his own line. Wigan just giving them I say giving them nothing, they're giving them a penalty. Now, come on, Hornets. Coming up to the final minute now. Oh, well done, Lewis Hatton. So, come on, Hornets. Let's see something here on this last play.
Not scoring from 70 metres. Come on.
Well, they're going to have to do it. They're going to have to try something. It might have to be a chip and chase at some point because time is.
That was menacing from December.
Oh, he's just
ragdolled him.
Yeah, that's not the first time he's done that today.
He's had punishment off lots of Wigan players.
He has. And again, SA with another crunching tackle. 15 seconds remaining. Whitmore felt that one. And Rochdale just can't get forward at all. Come on, chip and chase here now. Here it comes, over the top. But Marshall collects that over his shoulder. Can Wigan finish on a flourish here now? Marshall fends off some tired defence. Gets the ball over the 40. We're now officially in overtime again. Oh, Bevan's learnt his lesson. We don't get another drop goal attempt from the halfway line. Now Eckersley just pokes his nose inside the Rochdale half. Laying on again. Set restart, says Mr. Moore. Here's Ellis. Can Wigan finish with a try here in the dying seconds? They lead 83-0. Short ball from Forber to Sam Esse. And they're still defending gamely, Rochdale. They're knackered. Isaac Reed's limping. Now then, they're going through the hands. May go back on the inside. French with an outrageous kick with the outside of his boot. But it goes into the stand over Eckersley's head. And is that the end now? Well, the Wigan players want it to be.
That kick, though, Joe. I mean,
off the side of his foot.
It looked like it was off the pass.
Yes.
Just like the pass drop on his foot and he kicked it towards Eckersley. It was a bit too strong into touch, but the speed in which he got that kick away, just a different planet mentally to anyone else out there in the game in this country.
Literally off the side of his boots.
Honestly, I might be wrong, but it looked like the pass off Mago just hit his boot and he decided to put it out there towards the wing.
Yeah. Well, that's what you pay your money to see. That is the full-time hooter, and that has been an extraordinary game of rugby league. Fair play to Rochdale Hornets. They knew what was coming at them today, but they haven't taken a backward step all afternoon.